Ladies and gentlemen, it happened. On November 3rd, the Chapter 1 map returned, and it was beautiful. Fortnite hit an all-time peak with 44 million players hopping on at some point to play the game in its opening weekend, which is mental numbers, opening weekend as if this is a film. And in November, they had the highest peak of players ever with 100 million different accounts hopping on Fortnite during that month. To even have the map back is a miracle, and to think it's coming back in 2024 as well is insane. But I think the bigger miracle is how fun it was. Chapter 1 with the new mechanics minus swimming was great. The vibes were great. They have been great. And to see so many people enjoying the game again, alone I would say that's worth it. But this is a review sort of, so we're going to go through everything and talk about it. Okay, so let's address something that's a little disappointing. The Chapter 4 map was just gone after an update. No event, no cinematic, just gone. Every other map had a grand send-off with a live event and cinematics. Chapter 4 got none of that. It was just gone. We should have at least got a cinematic to say goodbye to the map where the time machine is used to time travel. I wasn't even a fan of the map, but to just see it go like that was kind of sad. So for that reason, for the fact we didn't get anything, Fortnite OG was not worth it. But don't worry, it's only up from here. For half the tiers, why is this Battle Pass one of the best we've had in a long time? Spectra Knight is a fantastic throwback skin for Chapter 1. It takes some of the most iconic OG skins, that being the Knights, and allowing us to fully customize one in many ways. What amazes me more is that it took this long to get a customizable Knight skin, but it is great we finally have one and she looks amazing. Lil Split is a hybrid of Lil Whip and the Fortnite icon Peely himself, who has now gone missing in the new season. Neither skins are ones I would wear, and this skin is really no exception. However, it does look really nice and reminds you of how they used to make old skins. Plus both skins have fans and therefore people will like this skin. It acts as the meme skin of the Battle Pass, and it's not even that bad, it's just not one I'd wear. Renegade Lynx is really cool, a mix between two classic Fortnite skins, Renegade Raider and Lynx. Got some nice looking edit styles for different versions of both skins throughout the history of the game. Very clean and very detailed skin. And our tier 50, Omega Rock, a very, very good mix of two absolute classic tier 100 skins that I unfortunately don't have either of, so it's nice to get this compromise. And hey, I even get the Omega Lights, and while the skin's cool, I don't think I'll ever wear it, but I'm happy to own it. However, that being said, this is one of the best battle passes in a long time, and it's only half the tiers, so maybe that's why. But for the remix skins, I would say that's worth it. They're all absolutely amazing in their own rights. And now, before we move on, I just want to mention one more skin. I want to talk about the 11 skin, because it released this season for Stranger Things Day, and I'm glad that the Stranger Things stuff finally came back and she was finally added to the game. Is it kind of annoying that we got Steve's bat and not Steve? Sure. But they made up for it with 11's best look from Season 3 and also her lab look in Season 4, which I don't really care about. I may have had to wait 4 years for this skin, but I'm happy it's here. And I'm glad Epic finally added her to the game. So Fortnite OG was worth it for that fact, even though it's not really related to Fortnite OG. It's probably going to come out on Stranger Things Day regardless, but glad to own her. When I say this is the most fun I've had on Fortnite in a long time, I seriously mean it. To revisit this map has been a blessing. The gameplay is so simple yet so good, but also keeping sprinting and mantling enhanced the movement on the map and made it so much better than it was back then. I've seen a couple complaints on Twitter about locations having the same house on repeat, but I gotta ask, so what? It helps have familiarity in the locations, and so you only have to learn a couple new buildings in each location. Plus, some locations in Chapter 4 felt too much in terms of design. Still, it really shows how far the game has come, and honestly, I'm indifferent to it. As long as the Chapter 5 locations are good, which they are, that's all that matters. The other stuff in Chapter 5 is where I have issues, but the locations are beautiful and not overcomplicated. But to revisit this map again, I would say it's definitely worth it. As for the loot pool, it really does make me miss the more simplistic times, especially now that Chapter 5's here. There's just something so satisfying about the Scar and Pump and none of this overcomplicated versions of them or mods or augments or anything else. And just all the other original weapons compared to the newer gimmicky weapons which are just variants of old weapons. I'm grateful we got to experience this loot pool again, and it was definitely worth it. The weekly updates were really nice to take us on a speed run through the seasons. Did they cheap out on the snow? A little, yeah. I do wish it covered more and Reach tilted and also that Happy Hamlet existed. But I'm not mad about them not adding the volcano. That would be a lot to add in one season. New loot each week, new map updates really made it feel like the old days. It was definitely worth it in my opinion. I mean, my brother came back and my German friend would have if she could have, and honestly the game has just been an absolute blast. So yes, the weekly updates were worth it. I am conflicted on the event. On one hand, I really enjoyed it. The other part of me is thinking that it was just a big ad for Lego and racing in Chapter 5. I think more than anything else that this was just a reset button for the Fortnite story. But that makes me wonder, will we ever see the 7 again? Or are those versions of the characters gone forever? Because if that story is over, I have so many questions. And while the event felt like a massive ad, the visuals were honestly beautiful, and hearing the end music again did get me emotional a little, because the music is just built in a way to make you feel that this is it, that this is the end. And hearing that soft piano version of the Fortnite theme again it's just amazing.
Goodbye Chapter 1 again.
And Lego Sky, please release her as a physical minifigure. Hopefully actual Fortnite Lego sets are announced soon, if not the day this video goes up, because I think that's the day the Lego collab comes out. If not, it was the day before, day after and whatnot. But honestly, the event was better than Fractured and it's not even close. To see the future of Fortnite and to say goodbye to the OG map again, that makes it worth it for me. Fortnite broke so many records during OG, and that makes it worth it in my opinion. So many people came back to the game, including my brother, and my German friend actually did end up hopping on eventually. To revisit the map, say goodbye again, have a simpler loot pool once more, it was all worth it in my opinion. I always hated the idea of it just being a nostalgia trip for me. I've loved revisiting something old with new mechanics and new skins like Sky. It has been the most fun I've had on the game in a while, and it's coming back at some point next year. I'm excited but also skeptical for the future of this game, but I guess that's the fun part. This season was definitely worth it in my opinion to show how far Fortnite has come as well as how simple it can be. 8 out of 10. Peace out.